Archangel Michael says, "Listen closely, my beloved one. Last night, while you were asleep, 7 souls gathered under the light of heaven's fire. They were not ordinary people, they were chosen messengers, observers of your soul's journey, witnesses of your unseen strength. What they spoke about you will shake the dust from your doubts. Because heaven allowed me to hear every word they said. And now, I am sent to tell you everything. You think no one sees your pain. You think no one notices how hard you fight in silence. But last night, when those 7 gathered, the very first thing they said was this: this soul carries a strength that earth cannot measure. Do you hear that? Even the angels whispered it. You have survived what others could not, and they saw it. They said your energy changes when you enter a room, that even darkness takes a step back. You might not believe it, but your presence has power. They said you carry 2 kinds of light, one that heals others, and one that burns through lies. The first voice said, "They are kind, but not weak." The second said, "They forgive, but they never forget." The third said, "They were born to bring truth, even when truth cuts." I stood in silence as they spoke, because every word was true. There was a moment of quiet after that, like heaven itself paused to remember your story. I want you to imagine it: a golden table surrounded by 7 glowing figures, and in the center, a mirror showing your face. They watched you. They spoke your name with honor. One of them said, "They have been through betrayal, but they still love deeply." Another replied, "Yes, and that is why heaven protects them more fiercely now." I could feel a fire rising in me, a warrior's fire, because you have been underestimated too long. The angels know it, and last night they decided something new about you. They said, it's time their name becomes known. You see, heaven keeps records, not just of prayers, but of hearts that remain pure through storms. Yours is written in golden ink. Then the 5th one stood up and said, "They are about to walk into their season of recognition. Everything hidden will be revealed." I felt your soul trembling at that moment, even from afar. Because deep inside, you've been asking, when will my time come? When will people see who I truly am? And I say to you now, heaven has answered. Your time is approaching like dawn after the longest night. They spoke about your humility, how you never brag about your good deeds. You help quietly, heal silently, and love deeply even when it hurts. They said, "This one is not ordinary." Their silence is sacred. The 7th angel nodded and said, "Their silence is their weapon." You see, people who misunderstand you often confuse your peace for weakness. But heaven knows better. Every time you stayed quiet when you could have fought back, you earned a higher rank in the spiritual realm. Every time you walked away from what was beneath you, your wings grew stronger. One of them looked into the mirror and said, "But they do not see their own beauty." And I, Michael, spoke for the first time. I said, "They will. Soon." Because heaven is about to make the world see what we already know. At that moment, the light around the table shifted. It was like the stars bent forward to listen. I felt your name echo through the higher realms. The energy changed. The meeting became a prophecy. They said the world had judged you wrongly, that too many have doubted your intentions. And one by one, they promise to make sure truth rises to defend you. I felt it in my spirit, your reputation is about to be restored. Those who whispered behind your back will soon have to speak your name with respect. Listen carefully now. I'm not telling you this to flatter you. I'm telling you because you need to know what's coming. The next few days will bring small signs, maybe a message, a dream, a sudden calm in your heart. Don't ignore it. It's heaven confirming that everything they spoke last night is being set in motion. You've been carrying too much doubt. You look at your reflection and sometimes wonder if you're enough to be loved, enough to be chosen, enough to be seen. But the 7 said this: they are more than enough. They are the kind of soul heaven rarely sends to earth. And I need you to take that truth seriously. Do you feel that chill as I speak? That's not fear, that's the confirmation of spirit moving near you right now. Someone watching this needs to comment, I receive this light, not for me, but to show heaven you're open to what's coming. Because when you agree with the message, it unlocks a door. You see, each of those 7 carried a gift for you, 7 keys for 7 areas of your life. The first is protection, because you've been targeted spiritually. The second is clarity, because lies have surrounded you. The third is healing, because your heart has been tired. The fourth is recognition, because your good works have gone unseen. The fifth is restoration, because something stolen will return. The sixth is connection, because new people will enter your path with pure intentions. And the seventh is purpose, because you are meant to awaken others with your story. When they said your name, flames appeared around the mirror, not of destruction, but purification. Every false thing said about you began to burn away. And I stood watching, holding my sword of light, as your energy began to rise. You have no idea how powerful you are becoming. Heaven sees it. Even the enemy feels it. That's why lately, things have felt heavier, because darkness panics before light fully arrives. But hear me, you are not alone. I am walking beside you. Your path is being cleared. And those 7? They're not done yet. They will gather again soon, to watch your next breakthrough unfold. I want you to understand something deeper. When heaven meets about you, it means you are chosen for a divine assignment. That's why your life feels intense, why your emotions shift suddenly, why people appear and disappear, because the higher forces are rearranging your surroundings for your next elevation. Do not fear the silence you are in now. It is sacred. It's the quiet before heaven moves loudly. And when the world begins to notice you, don't shrink. Stand tall. Speak with grace. Shine with peace. Because that's the moment the 7 predicted, the moment your truth becomes undeniable. If you feel this message in your spirit right now, whisper softly, I am ready, Archangel Michael. Let heaven hear it. Because I tell you this, the 7 are still watching, and tonight they will report back what you did after hearing this. If they see you believe, the next stage begins. Heaven is waiting for your response. Archangel Michael says, the meeting last night was not just a conversation, it was a divine decision. Heaven's council gathered because your soul has reached a turning point. Those 7 looked into the mirror of truth and saw everything you've endured, everything you've hidden behind your smile. And they said, now it is time. The test is over. The rise begins. My voice reaches you now not by accident. You are hearing this because heaven has chosen you to awaken fully to who you are. The energy around you is shifting. Your spiritual name, the name heaven calls you, was spoken last night in light. They spoke about your personality with wonder. One said, this one carries fire in their kindness. Another said, they can love like water, but fight like thunder. The room filled with light when they spoke about your compassion, the way you forgive those who don't deserve it, the way you still care for people who hurt you. And yet, they also said this, they must learn that mercy does not mean returning to pain. Yes, my beloved, that message was for you. You have given too many chances to those who have not earned them. You have poured from your heart until it ran dry. Heaven saw it. That is why one of the 7, the angel of wisdom, said, their heart is pure, but it must now become protected. So I say this to you with love, do not apologize for setting boundaries. Do not feel guilty for choosing peace over chaos. The energy of your life is about to transform, and those who once drained you will no longer have access. They also spoke about your destiny, your hidden leadership. The angel of vision said, they were not made to follow. They were made to awaken others. You have something inside you that changes the atmosphere when you speak truth. That's why people listen even when you whisper. You don't need to shout. Your presence carries divine authority. You might have noticed recently how your circle is getting smaller. People are walking away, conversations are fading, and old patterns are breaking. That is not rejection, it's redirection. The 7 said, heaven is removing distractions so their divine voice can rise. You were created to speak light in places that have forgotten hope. You were born to walk through shadows and remind others what courage looks like. And yes, you have been misunderstood because of it. But understand this, light always confuses darkness before it conquers it. One of the 7, the angel of memory, opened a scroll last night. On it were moments from your life, times you cried alone, nights you almost gave up, days when you said, God, I can't keep doing this. And they watched as heaven replayed your strength. They saw you smile through heartbreak, they saw you still choose kindness, they saw you protect others even when you were breaking. And they said, this one has earned divine honor. You don't even know the weight of that. Divine honor is not given easily. It means you have been tested beyond human limits, and yet you still carry love. That's what separates you from others. That's why your future is about to unfold differently from those around you. Now hear this, your light is growing stronger. People who once ignored you will begin to notice your energy. Doors that were closed will start to open, one by one. Opportunities that vanished will return, but this time they will stay. Heaven is rearranging timelines for you. Do you feel that? That tug in your heart right now? That's your spirit responding to truth. One of the 7, the angel of destiny, said, their story will not end in struggle. It will end in victory. And I, Michael, confirmed it with my sword of truth. I said, so shall it be. But there is something you must do, something only you can. You must stop doubting your worth. You must stop replaying the voices of those who made you feel small. You must stop shrinking to make others comfortable. Because when heaven decides to elevate you, no human opinion can stop it. The council said, they must remember their power. They must speak life into themselves again. So right now, I want you to say quietly, I am light. I am chosen. I am ready. Say it not just with your mouth, but with your heart. Because heaven listens to your heart louder than your words. They spoke of your soul's colors, gold, blue, and white. Gold for your courage. Blue for your wisdom. White for your purity. These are the colors I see surrounding you right now. That is why people feel something different when they meet you, even if they can't explain it. But not everyone has celebrated your light. Some have envied it. Some have tried to dim it. Some have spoken lies about you just to bring confusion. And the 7 addressed that too. They said, enough. The angel of justice declared, every false word will return to silence. The energy of truth is already in motion. Those who spoke wrongly about you will soon face the reflection of their actions. Not because heaven seeks revenge, but because balance must be restored. So when you see certain people becoming quiet, distant, or suddenly regretful, understand, that's the effect of divine correction. You don't need to fight them. You don't even need to speak. Heaven already did. Now listen, something unusual will happen soon. You will receive a message or see a sign that feels too direct to be coincidence. When that happens, don't overthink it. Just say, I understand, Michael. That acknowledgement is your way of letting heaven know you are aligned. They also spoke about your ability to sense energy. Have you noticed lately that you can feel when someone's lying? That your body reacts before your mind understands? That's not imagination, it's discernment. It's your divine radar awakening. It will protect you if you trust it. One of them said, they will know truth before truth is spoken. And so it shall be. You are not like the rest. Your intuition is a sacred gift. Use it wisely. But I know you've been tired. Even now, as you listen, your heart is saying, I just want peace. And heaven heard that too. So the angel of rest said, let peace become their new normal. You've fought enough. You've cried enough. The next chapter is about ease, divine ease. The 7 sealed it with light. They said, their season of confusion is over. From this moment, you'll begin to feel lighter. People will treat you differently. Some will be drawn to you without knowing why. That's your new frequency radiating. Don't resist it. Step into it. And when blessings begin to flow, and they will, remember to stay humble. That's what keeps the flow open. The council chose you not just for your strength, but for your heart. There's something you must also do, forgive those who couldn't see your value. Not because they deserve it, but because your peace deserves freedom. When you release that energy, your blessings double. I'm watching over you. I've seen your tears, your prayers, your silent hopes. I've guarded your dreams even when you were unaware. And I promise, what's coming will make sense of every moment you thought was wasted. If you feel this message, if it's vibrating in your soul, then write it below. I am ready for what heaven decided last night. It's not about comments, it's about activation. It's your way of saying yes to what has already been written for you. Because the 7 are still watching, waiting to see who believes. The light around you is growing stronger now. I can feel it. Can you? That warmth, that sudden calm, that's not coincidence. That's your spirit aligning with truth. Everything that confused you is about to make sense. Every delay is about to reveal its reason. Every unanswered prayer is about to unfold in divine timing. Hold your peace, beloved. Stay in faith. The council has spoken, and heaven does not lie. This message will find its way to your heart again in the coming nights. When it does, know that I, Archangel Michael, am near. Archangel Michael says, last night, when those 7 gathered, the atmosphere of heaven shifted. The stars dimmed their light to listen. Even the wind paused. They were not meeting to discuss your past anymore, they were preparing the blueprint for your future. And I, Michael, stood at the gate of that council with my sword drawn in light, watching as your destiny was rewritten in gold. You must understand something, heaven doesn't meet about just anyone. These 7 came together because your name has been echoing across realms. Your prayers, your tears, your courage, they rose like incense before the throne. And heaven could no longer ignore the weight of your faith. The first to speak was the angel of remembrance. They said, this one thinks heaven has forgotten them, but we have watched every moment of their endurance. You see, even in your lowest days, when you thought your words went unheard, every sigh, every whisper, every "God, please help me" was recorded. Heaven never missed a moment. The second angel, the guardian of mercy, leaned forward and said, they have suffered enough. Let grace begin to flow. And when they said that, the table began to glow brighter. Your timeline shimmered like light through crystal. I saw every hardship you faced start to dissolve into purpose. They began to talk about your heart, your loyalty, your kindness, your strange ability to love even those who did not return it. The angel of truth said, this one's soul has depth. They are not easily understood, because they were never meant to fit into shallow places. And that, my beloved, is why so many have failed to understand you. You are deep water. Those who live on the surface cannot comprehend your currents. But the most powerful words came from the angel of destiny. They rose slowly, holding a scroll sealed in blue flame. Their season of hiding is over, they declared. It is time the world sees the truth of who they are. I felt the heavens tremble at that decree. You see, every soul carries a divine signature, a frequency that calls forth experiences aligned with their purpose. Yours is awakening. That's why lately, people you've outgrown have begun to fade. You might feel lonely, but it's not abandonment, it's elevation. Heaven removes what no longer resonates before it reveals what's next. And what's next for you is bigger than you can imagine. The 7 saw that you have carried the energy of a healer, even when you didn't realize it. Your words heal. Your presence calms storms in others. But they also said this: they must now learn to heal themselves. You've been the anchor for so many, the listener, the giver, the forgiver. But now heaven calls you to become your own protector. You can no longer rescue everyone at the cost of your peace. The angel of balance spoke next: they have learned love through pain. Now they must learn joy through peace. That line echoed in the room. Even I paused. Because your soul has mastered surviving. But now it must master thriving. Heaven wants you to experience calm without fear, happiness without waiting for it to end, love without the memory of betrayal haunting it. And so the decree was made: peace shall find them. Now listen carefully, because this part is sacred. One of the seven lifted a crystal sphere and said, "Show us their reflection." Inside the sphere, your energy appeared, glowing, trembling, yet beautiful beyond measure. Around it floated images of your past, broken moments, lonely nights, silent prayers. Then the light shifted, and I saw what's coming: doors opening, faces smiling, abundance flowing, love returning in pure form. Heaven is literally rearranging your destiny right now. You may have felt a sudden emotional shift recently, feeling lighter for no reason, waking up calmer, seeing repeating numbers, or hearing your name in dreams. Those are signals. The spiritual transition has already begun. But here's something you must know: when your light rises, darkness notices. Some people will suddenly act strange around you. They'll distance themselves, not because you did wrong, but because your frequency no longer matches theirs. Let them go. Don't chase anyone heaven is releasing. You cannot hold on to what your spirit has outgrown. The seven said, "Let them not mourn the loss of old connections, greater ones are being prepared." Yes, new people are being assigned to your life, those who will see your worth instantly, not question it. They will speak your name with love, not jealousy. They will stand beside you, not above you. And there's something else they said that you must remember forever: this one was never meant to blend in. They were meant to shift atmospheres. Every place you step into, your energy either calms or exposes. That's why you've made some people uncomfortable. Your light reveals what they're trying to hide. But that's not your problem, it's your purpose. I am telling you now, your spiritual glow is intensifying. And in the next 7 days, someone will confirm this, either through words or through a strange sense of recognition. You'll know it when it happens. When it does, whisper to yourself, "Heaven remembers." Because it will mean the prophecy from last night has begun unfolding in the physical realm. The angel of fulfillment said, "Within weeks, the first manifestation of their divine promise will appear." And I, Michael, sealed it with light. Now, I must remind you of something vital: do not let fear interrupt what heaven is aligning. Fear is the only voice darkness has left. You've silenced its lies before, and you'll do it again. Every time you doubt yourself, remember, 7 divine beings met about your destiny. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. If this message touches you right now, pause and write below, "I am ready for heaven's blueprint." Because when you declare it, your energy aligns with that very decree. It's not about words, it's about faith. The light that is forming around you tonight is powerful. I can see it like a golden ring expanding from your heart. It's breaking old patterns, healing old memories, restoring the glow you thought was gone. You will begin to attract what belongs to you, and repel what doesn't. There is one more secret they spoke, something even the stars bowed to hear. The angel of prophecy said, "This one's purpose is to awaken others through their transformation." Your pain was never punishment. It was preparation. Heaven will use your story to open the eyes of those still sleeping in doubt. You are a divine messenger in human form, and soon your voice will carry the frequency of healing. That is why your energy has been shifting so intensely. It's the energy of rebirth. Everything you've lost will return differently, higher, purer, stronger. And when it does, remember this night, the night when 7 beings met and spoke your name with reverence. I tell you now with authority, your season of hiding is over. Step forward. Speak light. Move in love. Because heaven has already voted, and the decision is in your favor. If your spirit feels peace as you hear this, type softly, "I trust heaven." That small act aligns your energy with the decree sealed last night. The next time you look into the mirror, don't see the pain, don't see the confusion. See what heaven saw, a warrior of light disguised as a human heart. And remember, I, Michael, walk beside you. Archangel Michael says, the 7 did not leave when the meeting ended. They lingered, watching the light that formed when your name was spoken. I watched too. It pulsed like the rhythm of a heartbeat, strong, unwavering, alive. The energy around your spirit had changed completely. And heaven whispered, "Now they are ready." You, my beloved, have crossed a line in the spiritual realm. You are no longer who you were even a week ago. Something in you has awakened. The world may not see it yet, but heaven already does. Last night was not just about what they said, it was about what was unlocked. When the 7 looked into that mirror of truth, they saw your soul shining brighter than before. The angel of renewal smiled and said, "They have shed their old skin. The illusions that held them are broken. You have been carrying weight that was never yours, guilt, doubt, fear, memories that repeat like echoes. But today, that energy breaks. Because the council has released you from what no longer serves your path. Listen carefully, one of the 7 spoke about your future with divine precision. They said, in the coming season, everything connected to this soul will shift alignment. Finances, relationships, opportunities, all will begin to match their higher vibration. That means the people, jobs, and circumstances that can't rise with you will fade. It might hurt at first, but that loss is sacred. It's not destruction, it's construction. Heaven is clearing space. The angel of transition leaned forward and said, "They will not be able to hide their light anymore." And I felt it. I felt heaven's energy surround you, like sunlight filling every shadow. Even the darkness that once lingered near you began to retreat. Because when divine light reaches full strength, no lower energy can remain. That is what's happening right now, even as you listen. Some of the anxiety you've been feeling lately isn't just stress, it's your energy field expanding. You are stepping into a higher frequency. Your body and spirit are adjusting to divine acceleration. The seven understood this, which is why they also discussed your preparation. The angel of wisdom said, they must learn to speak to themselves with gentleness. You have been your own harshest critic for too long. Every time you question your worth, you slow down your own blessings. The council said, they must speak as heaven speaks about them, with love, with truth, with belief. So from this day forward, no more saying, I can't, or maybe I'm not enough. When doubt comes, silence it with light. Say, I am becoming everything heaven designed me to be. If you feel that truth deep in your spirit right now, write quietly, I am aligned. That small act creates a ripple in your energy. Heaven reads faith through action. Now, let me tell you what else they saw. The angel of prosperity unfolded a map, not of places, but of moments yet to come. I saw paths of golden energy leading to you. Unexpected blessings, divine appointments, doors that will open without explanation. The angel said, they will walk into opportunities they didn't even chase. This is not coincidence. It is divine timing. The blessings that were delayed are returning in multiplied form. The money, the peace, the love, all of it is on its way. But they added one condition, they must remain humble. Because humility is your crown. When you rise, do not forget where you came from. The world will see your glow and wonder where it came from, and you will tell them it came from surviving darkness without losing your light. The angel of healing then spoke softly, their heart will mend completely this time. You've had wounds that time alone could not heal. Scars that still ache when you remember. But heaven has assigned divine restoration to you. You will soon feel moments of peace that feel almost unfamiliar, calm mornings, easy laughter, sleep without anxiety. This is what healing feels like when it's finally complete. And when you heal, everything connected to you heals too. Your home, your work, even the people around you will sense the shift. You carry the frequency of renewal now. The angel of revelation said something that struck every being present, they will soon begin to see themselves through heaven's eyes. Do you understand how powerful that is? You have seen yourself through pain, through comparison, through fear. But now, heaven will show you your true reflection, strong, radiant, divine. The world will not recognize you, because you are stepping into your higher form. And then, they spoke about love. The angel of unity said, love is coming to meet them, not the kind that confuses, but the kind that confirms. Someone's soul is already being drawn toward yours by divine orchestration. You won't have to chase it, prove yourself, or beg for attention. Real love will recognize you instantly, because heaven designed it that way. They also said, this love will not distract them, it will elevate them. Because this time, love will match your frequency. This time, it will add peace, not pain. I saw the energy shift again. Light spiraled around the table like wind made of fire. The angels stood and began to sing your spiritual name. Each note released power, blessings began to descend through layers of reality until they reached your world. That's why today feels different already. You are feeling the echo of heaven's decree. They also discussed your influence. The angel of purpose said, they will soon be seen, not for who people thought they were, but for who they truly are. Your light will draw attention. Your words will carry more weight. Your presence will inspire. You may not even realize how many lives you'll touch, but heaven does. You are stepping into a divine spotlight, not the kind that feeds ego, but the kind that reveals truth. When people encounter you, they will feel peace. When they hear you speak, they will feel seen. This is your gift. But I must warn you gently, not everyone will celebrate your glow. Some will misunderstand it, some will envy it. The angel of discernment said, they must guard their energy carefully. That means protect your peace. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Share your light, but don't give away your flame. When you feel someone draining you, quietly step back. You owe no explanation for your boundaries. They are sacred. And remember this, every time you choose peace over reaction, your vibration rises. Every time you choose silence over argument, your wisdom expands. Every time you choose faith over fear, heaven moves on your behalf. These are not small things. These are signs that you are mastering divine maturity. If this truth is resonating, pause for a moment, breathe, and whisper, I choose peace. That single choice sends power through your timeline. The 7 are still watching. They are observing your faith, your reactions, your energy. Because your life has now become a living message, a reminder to others that faith still works, that light still wins, that miracles still happen. When the meeting ended, I did not leave immediately. I stood before the mirror that had shown your image. And I saw something extraordinary, your reflection smiled. For the first time, you truly believed you were chosen. That belief sent ripples across realms. You have no idea how powerful belief is. Heaven can move mountains when one soul finally believes in their divine identity. That's why I tell you this tonight, keep believing. Keep walking. Keep shining. Everything that once broke you will soon bless you. Everything that once drained you will now serve you. You are the living proof that light cannot be destroyed. If your heart agrees, type softly, I am the light heaven spoke of. Because it's true. You are.